I, Kawira, I do solemnly swear that the evidence that I shall give before the Senate, in the respect of the matter before the Senate, shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me, O God.
Would you kindly state your names for the record?
Honorable members, I'm Irene Kawira, wife to the deceased Sniper.
Irene, have you sworn an affidavit in this case, and would you wish to rely on it in these proceedings?
Yeah.
You understand that you are here to testify against the governor for the utterances that she made, correct?
Yeah.
And just before we go to the crux of the matter, were you involved in the arrangement of your husband's funeral? And kindly accept our condolences.
Yeah.
Were you involved in the arrangement of your husband's funeral?
We have not yet laid him to rest.
You have not yet laid him to rest.
Yeah.
But were you involved at a particular time in making arrangements?
Yeah, I was.
What nature of involvement?
Counsel, could you please, let me just speak directly to the witness. When responding, please use yes or no. Don't just say yeah. Okay?
Yes.
So that, and be audible.
We are most humbled, Mr. Speaker, sir. So, were you involved, or was there a committee that was put in place to oversee the processes of preparing for the funeral?
No.
Let me put the question to you again. Ama unataka tutumie lugha ya Kiswahili?
Kiswahili.
Ninauliza hivi, uliweza kuhusika katika kufanya mapalilio ya kupumzisha mumeo?
Okay. Honorable members, nimesema bado bwanangu hatujamsika. Reason being, governor had said that already nilitolewa 86 million, and the moment that nilirudi back to the community to involve them in arranging of the funeral, they abandoned me. Wakasema niache kuwasumbua, I already have the money with me to bury my husband. So bado my husband is still lying in the morgue, bado hajapumzishwa.
Kuna ushahidi ambao umeleta hapa katika hili bunge kudhibitisha hayo matamshi ya mheshimiwa governor?
Yeah, there is a clip.
Ungependa ichezwe mbele ya seneti?
Yeah, please. Please do.
Clip 1B of the County Assembly, list of evidence. Na kabla hayo hajachezwa, ama kama tunangoja ichezwe, nini kilichotendeka hapo baadaye, baada ya mheshimiwa governor kutamka hayo maneno?
Baada ya mheshimiwa governor kutamka hayo maneno, I was isolated by the people of the society. Sababu pia kuna mahali alisema nimefichwa na MCA fulani. Mpaka watu wa Kinjinji wakaanza kunichukulia kama malaya. As in already nakaa na MCA said I am yet to bury my husband. And this made me to run away from home and go to live with my relative.
Ati, hebu tema tafadhali rudie kwa utaratibu hayo matamshi, kwa utaratibu.
Nimesema, kwa hiyo clip alikuwa anasema nimechangiwa 86 million. Alienda ahead akasema pia nimefichwa na MCS fulani. Ina ikasababisha to be ashamed. Yani I was a laughing stock in the community. Mpaka watu wa Kijinji wanaanza kusema azinakaa na MCS and yet sitapumzisha bwanangu. Hii ikafanya hata nilikuwa nalia kifo cha bwanangu, ikafanya hata nikatoka kwa Kijinji nikaenda kukaa na one of my relatives.
Haswa ni pesa ngapi zilizochangwa katika huo mchango?
The 6 million.
Nauliza haswa ni pesa ngapi zilizochangwa?
We have the fill in the statement.
Wacha uonyeshwe. Honorable Senators, we are referring to volume 2. Page just the last part.
Statement begins at 277.
The statement begins at page 277 to 330. Volume 2 of the evidence. Muliwahi kufungua akaunti ya benki yoyote wakati mlikuwa mnatayarisha kumpumzisha mumeo?
We only had the pay bill.
Mlikuwa na nini?
A pay bill.
A pay bill.
Yeah.
Nani aliyekuwa amesajiliwa katika hiyo pay bill?
Ni mimi.
Ni wewe. Nani alikuwa anajua kiwango cha zile hela zimeingia na zile zimetoka?
Ni mimi.
Ni wewe. Thibitisha katika hili bunge kwamba hiyo ni ile nakala za kutoka benki ambazo zinaonyeshana kwamba wewe ndio umesajiliwa.
This is the amount I confirm.
Nauliza, thibitisha kwamba hiyo ndio ile statement ya benki.
Hii ndio statement ya benki.
Na iko katika page 277 hadi 330, yes?
Yes.
Hebu tuende katika hiyo page ya 330. Ni hela ngapi zilizochangwa?
2,000.
Soma kwa utaratibu.
207, 491. Hizo
ni zile pesa ziko katika balance ya account, si ni kweli?
Oh, hiyo ni balance. We have 286, 516.
Kwa hivyo yale matamshi ya mheshimiwa gavana hayalingani na ile ushahidi ambao uko katika hii.
Hayalingani. Kuna
njia zingine zozote zile ambazo watu walikuwa wanachanga?
Ingine ilikuwa cash, lakini hakuna na channel nyingine. We had only the pay bill.
Hela ngapi ulizozipokea kwa njia ya malipo ya pesa taslim?
Wakati tulikuwa Kinoru, I received 8,000.
Pesa ngapi?
8,000.
Shilingi 8,000.
Yeah.
Ningekuomba tafadhali uweze kuitazama nakala ambayo imeandikwa kama volume 1B ambayo ni nakala ya mheshimiwa gavana. Honorable Senators, volume 1B at page 168. Hebu tazama huo ushahidi. Kuna mahali ambapo unaona kuna ile nambari ya simu 0720103913. Umeitazama? Hiyo nambari ya simu imesajiliwa katika jina la nani?
Judith Kirago.
Huyo ni nani katika, alikuwa nani?
She is one of the blogger.
Nikuulize,
the one who initiated the channel. Okay, the pay bill was initiated by the Snipper'S friends and fellow bloggers.
Sasa hii namba ya simu ni ya nani?
Ya Judith Kirago.
Kuna hela ambazo zilikuwa zinatumwa katika hiyo nambari ya simu?
Yeah.
Na hizo namba zilipotumwa katika nambari ya simu, ziliwahi kutumwa katika ile pay bill?
Yeah, alisituma kwa pay bill.
Alitransfer hela ngapi? $115,000. Kuna watu ambao wanafanya kazi na mheshimiwa gavana ambao wamestakiwa na kuhusishwa na kifo cha mpenzio mwemewe Sniper?
Yes.
Naam?
Mr. Speaker, sir, Council has no objection to raise, subject to your direction.
Who's on objection? Oh, sorry.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I just drew your attention to the fact that we had an objection to raise.
Sorry, you have
An objection to raise.
let's hear to your objection. What's
Thank
your
you so
objection?
much. You know, the evidence, what we are going through is an evidence in chief. This witness has sworn a witness affidavit, which is primarily her witness statement before you, and there are specific claims in that witness affidavit which counsel in exam in chief is supposed to bring on board to this Senate. The question that has just been put to this witness is not part of that witness affidavit. And number two, the question of the murder trial, as has been confirmed through the other witness, is a matter actively pending before another court of law. We express our deepest sympathies to this witness for the loss of her husband. We would be the last people to want to see her go through the agony that her own advocate for the council, for the assembly, wants to take her through at the moment. We will do that justice, Mr. Speaker, sir, by limiting this witness first to the issues raised in the impeachment motion. The question of who didn't murder Sniper is not part of the impeachment motion anywhere, is not part of this witness affidavit anywhere. With tremendous respect, it is raised for the limited purpose of emotionalizing the motion now before this House. We beg that you overrule counsel and restrict him to the evidence that was filed in this Senate and supplied to the governor's team. I beg, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Council, just
Yes.
hold on a moment. Council for the Assembly, could you respond to what the legal counsel has raised on the matter he has raised?
I am most obliged, Mr. Speaker. Sir, I have always held my senior land counsel with high esteem until this afternoon when he makes an objection on a point that is not legally founded. There are evidence that has been supplied to us from the governor in terms of the phone number that I've questioned the witness on. And therefore, to assume that we can only limit ourselves to the affidavit and not test the evidence of the governor would be far from the truth. We have a charge sheet appearing at page 429 of our bundle of document at volume 2. The county assembly has no intentions whatsoever to prosecute the case that is pending before the court of law, but there is no caveat that an issue that arises in this trial cannot be mentioned for purposes of record. We have not accused the governor of murdering the sniper. I do not know whether I have touched a raw nerve. But, Mr. Speaker, the objection is not founded. We'll only ask the witness in terms of the particulars of the person charged. We'll not go to the evidence of who killed who or anything of that sort. We have tendered that evidence. They did not respond to it in their defense. It's a very emotive issue, as demonstrated by the witness.
Very well, counsel. I think what we will do is let us restrict our questioning to matters concerning the impeachment on the governor. And I tend to agree that if this matter of the murder case is in court, then it should be sub judice for us to discuss it here. Let us stay clear of that. Counsel, I would urge you to stick to the affidavit provided by the witness, and the line of questioning should be specifically on the impeachment motion, and let us not divert on that, please.
I am well guided, Mr. Speaker, sir. So, in respect to the murder of your dear husband, did the governor ever send condolences to the family?
No?
Could we then have the video played?
Yes.
Video 1B. So perhaps we need the interpreter.
Okay. Just stop the video, please. Sergeant at Arms, please bring the interpreter in.
And may our time be frozen?
Stop the time. Okay, let us play the video.
Mheshimiwa Spika, Mheshimiwa kwenye bunge la Seneti, jina ni Kitonga Kabori kutoka shirika la utangazaji KBC Mwago FM. Nukuu yenye gavana anasema, tuanze naomba. Turundie. Lingine nalo kwa viongozi wenye walikuwa nasungusha ule mwili.
Sniper.
Mwili wa Sniper.
Mwili
wa Sniper wale walikuwa kwenye biashara katikati.
Pesa ile bodete monkanande inkoloki ya milioni 86.
Pesa yenye wamekusanya mpaka wa leo ni zaidi ya milioni 86.
Tulienda mwakuro Sniper akilo nyombe ngoroba.
Tulienda mwakuro mke wa Sniper ajengewe nyumba ya gorofa.
Sniper agoliwa Prado.
Sniper anunuliwe Prado.
Sniper bekiro account mbesa.
Watoto wa Sniper wawekewe pesa kwenye akaunti.
Nonto mbesa wiki ya konila milioni 60.
Sababu hiyo pesa ikikuja kupungua milioni 60. Sisi tutajua kwamba ni wezi walikuwa wanazungusha ule mwili.
Oito kwenda haki kile familia na haki kile mbesi ile mtu ile kuchanga.
Kwa hivyo tutataka haki kwa ile familia na haki kwa pesa yenye mkoa makusanya.
Video 1A.
Wale ambao wanazunguka na mwili wakisema haki ipatikane, si haki ipatikane, wako katika siasa na biashara. Ile ni biashara yao. Wameweka pay bill, wanachukua pesa, wanajaza mafuta kwa MCA, zingine wanakula. Huyo mama ambaye anachangiwa pesa wakisema ni haki kwa Sniper, kitu ya kwanza tunataka ajengewe nyumba ya gorofa. Number 2, anunuliwe Prado. Number 3, afunguliwe trust fund ya education ya watoto wake. Kama wajafanya hiyo, hawa ni wakora na wezi wameibia huyo mama kupitia hiyo familia. Ni makatero na ni biashara na siasa ya bure. Na matapeli. Hiyo wamefungua kama biashara, wanakuja kusanya pesa, wamechukua huyo mama, wamemficha kwa MCA fulani anakaa hapo, wanazunguka na mwili. Ingelikuwa ni mmoja wao wangefanya namna hiyo. Ingelikuwa ni mtoto wao wangemzungusha mwezi mzima. Lakini kwa sababu wanataka pahali watajijenga kisiasa, wanataka pahali watakulia maana wamesota. Nilisikia wakisema ya kwamba hawana pesa kwa mifuko, wanatembea na OB. Sasa wamepata njia ya kutembea na pesa kwa mfuko kupitia maiti. Hiyo ya kutembea na mwili wa Sniper ni mambo mawili peke yake. Biashara na siasa. Hakuna justice wanatafuta. Wangelikuwa wanatafuta justice, watoto wangapi wamekufa Meru? Watoto wangapi wamepotea Meru? Huko Ndumo Oruna, huko upande wa Tigania, wangapi wanakufa? Mbona hatujaona hao viongozi wakitembea wakisema ya kwamba tunahitaji haki ya vijana wetu ambao wanakufia? Why this one? Why huyu peke yake? Kuna MC ambaye aliuawa na ikasemekana sijui nani amemuua. Mbona hatukiona? Hii ni siasa na biashara. Na wamelaaniwa wanaozunguka na huo mwili. Wamelaaniwa. Mtu ambaye ni mshtakiwa the key suspect mkuu ambaye ni Supu. Mnahitaji kuangalia mtu mmoja tu wa governor mwenye alipigia simu ama wengine wengi ambaye pia aliwapigia simu. Kwani Supu alipigia tu ndugu yangu simu? Hakuna mtu mwingine alipigia simu siku hiyo? Ndio mbebe kijana atimseme ati kwa sababu Supu alimpigia simu you want to charge him. Wale ambao wamewasukuma kisiasa kwa sababu mnasema ya kwamba mmepewa pressure, political pressure. Wenye wamepatia nyinyi political pressure, wapatie nyinyi ushahidi. Sure. Maana tutahitaji haki kwa kijana wetu, ninahitaji haki kama familia yangu. Ningependa kusema hivi. Vincent Moreri ama Supu ambaye ni key suspect. Hajawahi andikwa kwangu. Si mfanyikazi wangu. Hakuna siku amefanya kazi kwa gavana. Na si mfanyikazi wa county. Ni shabiki kama vile hao walio nyuma yangu ni shabiki.
Kama sisi.
Mzee kama mimi ni
siku ya leo huyu mzee ambaye amesimama hapa akienda apate hatia. Mchukue hiyo picha mkate alafu muanze kuzungusha mkisema ya kwamba ni PA wangu.
Kuna.
Maana kila mtu ananiambianga tupigwe picha hapa, tupigwe picha pale. Sasa ukienda ufanya madhambi zako ama upatikane mahali fulani, nikujue mimi kama gavana. Nyinyi mnanipigianga simu na ninapigiwa simu na watu wengi. Wengine wananiambia ni madhere nifanye hivi. Nikikutumia ngiri mbili ukienda uue mtu ama ufanye makosa nikujue.
Kuna kitu kama hiyo.
Unipigia simu saa 6 ya usiku niitike. Kwa sababu nimekuitika simu na sijui ilikuwa wapi nikujue. That is foolishness of the highest order. Na hatutakubali namna hiyo katika hii country. This is not a banana republic. Iko na sheria. Kwa hivyo kama umenipigia simu ama nimekupigia simu, ifuatiliwe na tupate ushahidi wa kutosha.
You want to see the last one?
I state as follows. That the late Daniel Mutiani Bernard, alias Sniper, was a resident of Likathiv Village, Igembe South Sub-County in Meru County. Until his death, he was a political blogger who criticized the governor of Meru County and her administration. He used his social media platforms to deliver his messages to the governor, the county government of Meru, friends and close relatives of the governor. Mr. Speaker, sir, investigations so far have established that on 2nd December 2023, the deceased was at his home when he received a call from one Vincent Muredi, alias Supu, who requested to meet with him at Meru Town to attend an alleged meeting with the governor of Meru County to discuss their differences so that the deceased could stop attacking her on social media Upon arrival at Meru town, he was abducted and driven to Mutonga River.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, so we may have the witness to compose herself. The time may stop running.
We can stop the time.
Sorry for that. Umeweza kumsikiza gavana akizungumza kupitia hiyo video.
Yeah.
Na amesema kwamba kuna pesa ambazo ulipewa shilingi milioni 89. Ni ukweli ulipewa hizo hela?
Bwana, ni uongo.
Naam?
Ni uongo.
Na hayo matamshi ya mheshimiwa gavana yaliweza kuthuru vipi?
Kutoka gavana aseme niko na hizo milioni 86, sitaipata amani. Kwanza wenye walikuwa wanakuja kunipa at least pole wote walinitoroka, nikaachwa peke yangu. Nikabindi tu kama mimi ni ask for my kids, because now their father was the breadwinner and he is no more. I was the one to start and ask for my kids. So ilifanya hata community wote nikiambia hata mtu niko na shida anaangalia anaona ni 86 million tu. Mpaka ikasema ikafanya hata nikawa sina security sababu kila mtu anaona pesa tu.
Asante. Na amesema kwamba umeweza kuwekwa ama kunaishi na mheshimiwa MCA fulani. Ni kweli?
Hapana.
Hayo yalikuwa affect vipi?
Wakati alisema naishi na MCA, ilo lilifanya watu wote kwa kijiji wakaniita malaya. Mpaka wakaanza kusema huyu bibi ya Sniper hawezi subiria tusike bwanake. Wote wakaniacha na wakanitenga, hivyo hata familia. Sniper relative wote waliniacha na wakanitenga.
Sasa kwa sasa hivi naishi wapi?
Kwa sasa hivi naishi na one of my relative.
Ninapomalizia, uliona viongozi wakizunguka na mwili wa Sniper?
Yeah.
Nani uliwaona wakizungusha mwili wa Sniper?
Actually hawakuwa viongozi. They were the bloggers and the bloggers and the Sniper friends.
Ni kweli kwamba kifo cha bwanako kilifanywa ikawa biashara?
Bwana.
Asante, sina maswali mengine. Utaulizwa maswali machache na wakili anayemwakilisha gavana. Na tena tumesema pole sana kwa kifo cha bwanako.
Council, as we proceed, could you please also advise the witnesses to stay back, not to go anywhere until the senators ask them questions during the questions and clarification time?
Utakapomaliza kuzungumza usiondoke, manake senators watakuuliza maswali ya kudhibitisha maneno mawili ama matatu. Asante.
The previous witness also, if she could be advised to stay behind, please.
Bill Trace and Ricola, most obliged.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. We shall not be cross-examining this witness. We shall reserve our time for the subsequent witnesses. Thank you so much. Very much obliged.
I don't know whether the senators would wish to seek clarification at this juncture.
Not now. Once we finish with all the witnesses, we will call her back for cross-examination or questioning.
Thank you very kindly, Honorable Speaker. Our next witness will be Linda Gaki. Mr. Mwenda and Mr. Mwangi will take the witness.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker, as they prepare, Mr. Ndegua's team went away with our bundle. If they can just return it so that we can refer to it, the biggest bundle.
I, Linda Gaki Kiome, do solemnly swear that the evidence that I shall give before the Senate in respect of the matters before the Senate shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you. Kindly tell the Senate your names.
My name is Linda Gaki Kiome.
What are your qualifications?
I am an advocate of the High Court of Kenya.
When were you admitted to the bar? Kindly you can give us your P105.
My P105 is 9006/2012.
What are notable positions that you've ever held in your career?
I have been a member in long standing of the Law Society of Kenya. I am a member of FIDA. I am a member and I have been the chairperson of Mount Kenya branch of Law Society of Kenya and other positions therein for about 10 years. Thereafter, I was the interim president of the Law Society of Kenya for 3 months. Thereafter, I became a member of the Council of the Law Society of Kenya, representing advocates practicing in the upcountry for this, the second term now.
When were you appointed by the governor as a legal advisor?
On the 28th of March, 2023.
And when was your termination or your contract terminated?
An alleged termination that was signed by a county, the chief of staff, Meru County, Chambambethe, dated on 26th of March this year, 2024.
There is an affidavit dated 18th of August 2024. Are you aware of that affidavit?
I am aware of the affidavit.
Where have you filed that affidavit?
I filed the affidavit before the Senate.
Before the Senate.
Yes.
What are the circumstances leading to you filing that affidavit in the Senate?
Thank you, Council. While attending the annual conference in Mombasa, Diani, Kwale County, yesterday I received a phone call from one of the MCAs from Meru County, Honorable DMK Kyogora, who informed me, or actually who asked whether I was aware of a letter that I had written, christened as a legal advice to the Governor Meru County, while within the term which I was deemed to have been her legal advisor. And when I received that letter through a WhatsApp, it was an alien document. I can confirm before this House that yesterday was the first time I have seen that document. It is not a document that emanated from myself.
There is an internal memo in the documents of Governor brought to this Senate. It's labeled as KM5, Governor's document. I want you to have a look at it. You there?
Yes, Council.
I want you to have a keen look at that letter. From whose office is it emanating from?
The letterhead seems to come from the office of the Governor.
Who is the author of the letter?
It's from the legal advisor, office of the Governor.
Who is that legal advice, office of the Governor?
According to that letter, at the very end, it has been signed off, but the name is not indicated.
The name is not indicated. When was that letter, that memo written?
On 23rd of February, 2024.
23rd February. Were you still the legal advisor to the Governor?
Technically, yes.
Why are you saying technically yes?
In the month of December 2023, the Governor summoned me in her office in Meru and asked me to tender my resignation, out of which the subsequent letter for notice of termination was issued to me by Nchamba Mbebe. That was dated 26th of March 2024.
So substantively, you are the legal advisor by 23rd February?
Indeed, Council.
Until which date did you vacate the office? When was your contract terminated?
There was a notice of termination on 26th of March 2024, which forms part of the affidavit that I filed before this Senate. And it indicated that my services would be terminated by 30th of April 2024.
So it means by 23rd February, you were the legal advisor to the Governor?
Indeed so.
I want you to look at the signature at the tail end of that letter. It is on page 12 of the Governor's documents. Whose signature is that?
The signature mimics my signature.
The signature mimics your signature. Why do you say it mimics your signature?
I say it mimics my signature because I did not append this signature.
Page 12 of the Governor's documents, volume 1B. Should be a blue copy.
Council, Could you also tell us the affidavit by the witness is on which document?
The affidavit was filed by the witness, and that forms the basis of why we called her to be a witness today. It was filed to the clerk of the Senate yesterday. Should be an independent document.
Very well. Proceed.
So you said the signature mimics your signature.
Indeed, Counsel.
That means it's not your signature.
It is not my signature. I did not sign this document, and I did not prepare this document.
The governor has brought this document to this Senate House, this honorable House, to rely on this document as her evidence and for defense. What would you want this House to treat this document?
First of all,
What is your point of order, Senator Kajuang?
Mr. Speaker, just like you, I've struggled to get visibility on that affidavit. I'm looking at the soft copies here. I can't find it. And it's such a material submission that it would make sense for us to proceed until and unless we can confirm that we have it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. Just one moment. One moment, clerk. Council, one moment, Council.
all right.
Mr. Speaker.
Stop the time, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, with your kind permission, we would be able to have the assistance of supplying the hard copies to the honorable senators as printed.
So you say that again, Council?
If it is so pleases you, Mr. Speaker, sir, we have the copies printed that the senators can have access to.
Okay, but I'll give it to the Sergeant at Arms and please distribute
We are most obliged.
to the senators. Sorry? What's your point of order, Eddie?
Thank you, Chair. I would just add to your pronouncement whether the affidavit was presented on time to the clerk. I think that's the materiality with which the Senator of Homa Bay was referring to that particular piece of evidence.
Thank you.
Okay.
Council, if you could please explain the affidavit to the senators.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We received documents from the governor, that is defense documents, on Saturday, past 5 p.m., the required time. And out of that, we realized some abnormalities, especially on the part of the affidavit and internal memos and letters given in the defense. And out of that, and our witness being an advocate, after coming across this document, she vehemently opposed the position of that document, that she was not the author of the document, and so we questioned the authenticity of that document. And that's why she was, she moved to swear an affidavit, that is yesterday on 18th, and it formed the basis of our prayers this morning that this witness be called as a witness of the Senate to come and substantiate on the document, because if this is not substantiated, then if it's a forgery, and I'm saying if it's a forgery, then this House can form basis of the final determination of this case based on that document. And that's why she was called upon to come and give this evidence.
What is your point of order, Eddie? And Eddie, if I could just give guidance that this witness was one of the witnesses that was summoned through the Senate by the request of the council. And the summons went out this morning.
Chair, the materiality of the affidavit is just about the issue of timing and filing. But I just wanted to just objected to what the council has just talked about. If indeed it was objected or otherwise, then that's fine.
So far, he has not objected.
Mr. Speaker, it was not objected in the morning, and that's
Very
why...
well, we've established that, so please proceed.
Thank you. We proceed to paragraph 7. I will request you to read for us, for this House, paragraph number 7.
Thank you, Council, Mr. Speaker, and honorable members. I have deponed in paragraph 7 that I categorically state that the internal memo in question contains advice and information that I must clarify was neither prepared nor authorized by me, and I want to make it unequivocally clear that I did not draft, review, or endorse the contents of the said internal memo.
I'll further request you to read paragraph 8.
In paragraph 8, Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable members, I deponed that all the matters therein are alien to me, and simply put, the governor has never sought any such legal advice from me, and as such, the internal memo is a forged document, and I will not hesitate to report the same for investigations by the Director of Criminal Investigations. Actually, when I arrived in Nairobi, I went to the Parliament Police, and they told me that the only place I can lay this claim is before the DCI in Meru County. And that will be the first thing that I will do, because I feel aggrieved. I feel I was impersonated. I feel that as an advocate of the High Court, of so many years of practice, Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable members, this advice, even my own people could have done something better. I have a lot of respect for the governor. In fact, I look up to her in a lot of ways. She's a resilient woman. But when I saw this letter, my heart sank with a lot of regret.
Thank you. I will further invite you to read paragraph 13, that is in page 2. I will tell you where to stop.
Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable members of the Senate, I deponed in paragraph 13 that the internal memo has been forged and manipulated to appear as if it originated from me.
Thank you. Let's go to paragraph 15. No, let's do 12 first.
Paragraph 12, Mr. Speaker, sir, and members, honorable members of the Senate, I have deponed that the contents of this internal memo are not only mediocre, but also embarrassing, and to say the least, the internal memo could not have been prepared by an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. Such advice must have clearly emanated from a person who has very little knowledge on serious matters of law, as such which were being addressed in that internal memo.
So, Counsel, in finality of this matter, you want to say that the document forming basis of defense of the governor has elements of forgery, especially on this internal memo?
Absolutely, yes.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Speaker, sir.
That is all for us.
Counsel, you can
Thank
proceed
you.
with the cross-examination.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Because of time constraints, I will go direct to the issue at hand. I'll call you by your formal names, Linda Gaki Kiome, for purposes of these proceedings. So, Linda Gaki Kiome, please confirm for the record that you are an advocate of the High Court of Kenya.
Indeed so, Mwalimu.
Thank you so much. You're aware that the issue you have now brought before this Senate is a controversy as to whether you issued the advice in question or you did not issue the advice in question. Is that a correct summary of the issue?
Indeed so.
Thank you so much. The governor's case, from your reading of the response to the impeachment, that she received this advice. Is that not correct?
That is correct.
Your position is that it is not you who issued this advice.
That is true.
Just for my own understanding, is it your case that the governor, as a matter of fact, never received this advice?
I may not know, but I am not the one who prepared this document, and I am not the one who signed this document. In fact...
Sorry, Linda, let's just, the time here is such a big issue. I want to just make a clarification. Is it your case that, as a matter of fact, the governor never received this advice?
From me? No.
No, I'm not asking from you. I'm saying, as a matter of fact, you never received it.
I may not know.
You do not know. And what would bother this Senate, if I sat where the senator's seat will be, why would you come to make this kind of grave claims against the governor? That is a legitimate question, isn't it?
Indeed so.
Let's see whether we can find an answer to that question. Linda, your services as the legal advisor to the governor were terminated by the county government of Meru, were they not?
They were terminated.
I'm happy. I just want to confirm that fact. Now, you did not take this lying law. You filed Meru Employment and Labor Relations case number E022 of 2024 against the governor's government of Meru. So not true?
That is true.
So you have an active dispute with the governor of Meru, don't you?
Indeed so.
Thank you so much. Prior to this, Linda, you are the running mate to the Honorable Mithika Linturi in a ticket adverse to the governor's ticket in the last general election. Is that true or not true?
That is true, honorable members.
Thank you so much. And you are a resident of Meru County.
I am a resident of Meru County.
It is fair to say that the governor, Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, does not enjoy a very good relationship with Honorable Mithika Linturi. Is that a fair assessment?
That is not a fair assessment, Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable members.
Okay, let me put it contrary. The governor enjoys a fantastic working relationship with the Senate, with Honorable Mithika Linturi. Is that now a fair assessment?
Mwalimu, if you had let me finish.
No, you have answered my question. I have limited time. The speaker there knows just how much time I have, and therefore I'm asking very limited questions. You said it is not fair that the governor does not enjoy a good relationship. I'm therefore suggesting to you, confirm, that the governor, Kawira Mwangaza, enjoys a fantastic working relationship with the person to whom you are the running mate, Honorable Mithika Linturi. Is that a fair assessment?
I may not know their
You do not know. I'm happy with that answer. You are aware that there was an impeachment motion in Meru County Assembly by the same mover of the motion that brings us here today, just this month of July. True or not true?
I am aware.
And you are aware that in that impeachment motion, your termination the termination of your services as the legal advisor to the governor was an issue raised for removal of this governor from office?
I saw the impeachment motion and I confirm that is the position.
Thank you so much, Linda. Linda, if I look at your affidavit, you want to make us believe that the person who drew your attention to the fact that this legal advice is here in Senate was Honorable DMK Kiogora. Is that correct?
Honorable members, that is the true fact.
Thank you so much. Honorable DMK Kiogora is the same person who moved the first impeachment motion against this governor before this Senate. True or not true?
That is true.
Thank you so much. Honorable DMK Kiogora is the same person, is one of the people who signed on the motion in support of the removal of this governor, which motion brings us here today. True or not true?
That is true.
That is true. And therefore, it is fair for us to conclude, is it not, that you are actually procured by those who are against the governor to come and state what you have stated before this Senate. Isn't that a fair assessment?
It is a very unfair comment.
Thank you so much. I'll leave with that. Allow me to move to something else very small, very little. We want us to believe that you came to this Senate as an independent witness, not one of those witnesses summoned by the county assembly. No, I mean, voluntarily giving evidence for the county assembly.
I came here to clear my name.
You came here to clear your name. But somehow, as early as yesterday, in advance of the county assembly's application today to this Senate, you had a ready affidavit to support their evidence.
I sent that affidavit to the Speaker at 10 p.m. at night.
But how was it received? The copy have been served does not have any receiving stamp in this Senate. How was it received?
I may not know how it was received, but I sent it to the email of the Speaker of this Senate.
Oh, it's your testimony this affidavit was sent in soft copy?
I did so, but I also sent DM Kiogora to ensure that it has been served.
You also dispatched DM Kiogora, yes, a signatory, yes, to the impeachment motion against this government to follow this governor, to follow up for you that this has been received here. True or not true?
Honorable Speaker.
You also sent DM Kiogora, didn't you?
I asked him to confirm.
Correct. Let's use the word asked to save time. You also asked him to confirm for you. True or not true?
It is true.
Thank you so much, Linda. Having said that, in the case you have filed at Meru Employment and Labor Relations Court, case number E022 of 2024, one of your witnesses in that case is Virginia Kawira. You know that?
No, she's not my witness. I have sued the county public service together with the governor.
Yes, I'm asking, is Virginia Kawira one of your witnesses in that case?
She is not one of my witnesses, honorable members.
Let me move in finalization of this matter. The opinion in question has a signature. Does that signature resemble your signature?
It resembles. I said it mimics my signature.
I'm asking a different term. Does it resemble your, does it look like your signature?
It resembles my signature.
Thank you so much. It was issued during your term in office.
I may not know, but the dates are within
the date is with the term when you are in office.
Indeed so.
During that term, you used to render legal advice to the governor.
At that time,
during that period in office,
the governor had already asked me to make a resignation.
I'm asking, that time you were in office, has your service has been terminated?
The governor was only waiting to write for me a letter to dismiss me. Verbally, she had asked me to resign in December 2023.
Sorry, Linda, let me ask you a question let me go back a little. Is your advocate in your case in Meru, Ngwele and Company Advocates?
He is.
That case was filed on 21st May 2024.
It is.
You filed a list of witnesses in that case.
Yes, I did.
You are witness number 1 in that case.
In fact,
you are witness number 1 on that list of witnesses in that case.
Yes.
Would it surprise you that in soft copy in front of me is that list of witnesses with Virginia Kawira Miriti as your witness number 2? Would it surprise you?
At the time,
Would it surprise you?
it will not surprise me.
So it is true that in that court case, the list of witnesses filed there for you lists Virginia Kawira Miriti as your witness.
At the time before the same Virginia...
Is it true that that list filed in that court lists Virginia Kawira Miriti as your witness number 2?
It does.
Thank you so much.
But circumstances changed.
I have no problem with that. At least this Virginia Kawira Miriti is the same person the county assembly has also applied to come here today and also give evidence that they were not able to procure her earlier as a witness.
Come again?
Today, the county assembly applied for some witness summons. Are you aware that together with you, they also sought that Virginia be summoned?
I'm not aware.
I'm now putting to you as a fact that she was also summoned. Now, I want to suggest to you that these coincidences are too fantastic to be merely coincidental.
Honorable members, I was later dismissed after I filed my suit by the same Virginia Kawira, and she signed a dismissal letter against me. And now circumstances have changed. She is no longer my witness. And we have admitted to the court to ask to amend our pleadings to reflect as much. So she's not my witness.
To your knowledge, do you know of a further list of witnesses filed in that case?
I may not reflect my...
A researcher going to that court file will find only one list of witnesses listing you and Virginia.
Indeed so.
Thank you. The same Virginia who you also know has sued the county governor for the termination of the revocation of her appointment as the secretary to the service board.
I do not know.
You do not know that fact. But I'm suggesting to you that all these things I have pointed here, if you sat as an objective observer, will show that you have a bone to pick with the governor.
If I was to bring my statements for calls, I have never talked to Virginia, nor to any other member of the county.
The question was different. I'm saying all this filing of the case, your Mithika's running mate, your name was in the impeachment motion. I would have gone into the public participation where your name was mentioned multiple times as the reason for this motion before us. We shall submit that letter to the senators because the record is before them, show that generally you have some bone to pick with the governor. There's a quarrel you have with the governor because your services were terminated.
I have no quarrel with the governor. In fact, when I received my appointment letter, it is the former cabinet secretary for agriculture, Mithika Linturi, who told me, go and help my sister in Meru County.
Thank you
and
so much.
she also affirmed that while she was giving me my appointment letter. I have no fight with the governor.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I know, Linda, there is something in the Bible called the kiss of betrayal. But thank you so much. I will not rest at that.
Mr. Speaker, sir, my name is Ndego Mwangi. I'll take very few minutes in re-examination. Re-exam.